For today's Flash Challenge, you must tattoo a football superfan. Each canvas wants the ultimate symbol of their love for the game, a realistic football. You must show impeccable technical application by using dimension, shading, detail, texture, all of the things that make the football iconic and instantly recognizable.
This is a crazy challenge. You've got to get every single little bit of stitching in there. This thing has got texture to it. I'm a traditional tattooer, so to do a tattoo of a realistic football is definitely taking me outside of my comfort zone.
Before we get started, there is one thing that you should know. Today, we also have some very special guests. Let's bring them in. From the Jacksonville Jaguars, Allen Robinson. From the Arizona Cardinals, Tony Jefferson. From the Chicago Bears, Khaseem Greene.
That's great.
From the Cleveland Browns, Keith Pough. From the Detroit Lions, Darius Slay. And finally, from the Tennessee Titans, Kamerion Wimbley. Cam says today you get a special surprise. The player from your team will autograph your skin.
Awesome. Wow.
And your tattoo artist must tattoo that autograph as your permanent souvenir.
Oh, wow.
You have 3 hours to show flawless technical application, and your time starts now.
Chris. Great, man. How you doing, man?
Everybody in America knows what a football looks like. It's a very recognizable shape. The technical application is very, very important.
Yeah, the cap would be pretty nice.
This is a good luck charm for the Lions, Duffy, okay?
No pressure.
If you can't capture this shape and this dimension just right, it's going to be a fail.
We're far enough now that everybody's good.
That's pretty much how it works in our profession, too. Always looking to find that edge.
I've been on top the entire way until last week. I had a rough one. So I gotta get right back up on top and get myself up for the win.
We'll go orange stripe, brown stripe, white stripe.
I'm gonna use a foreshortened view of the football so you can see the laces and the dimension of it. I'm gonna put some Cleveland brown colors in the stripes, and I'm just gonna tattoo it realistic.
Are we ready? Game time?
Kickoff.
And the crowd.
Chris and I are clearly the top team here.
And we go in full color, right?
Yeah, color is my jam. I want to win this. I didn't come this far for nothing. It's right there. All I have to do is grab it.
Best team, best tattoo over here. You'll see.
Bing, bang, boom.
90 minutes left. 90 minutes remaining, guys.
Anyone else has your signature tattooed on them?
Nah, you are the first.
Hanging out with Tony Jefferson, having him watch me do this tattoo is definitely a little bit added pressure, but I'm not worried at all. My canvas wants to get a black and gray tattoo. I'm super stoked on this because I don't have to pull out any of these crazy colors. I can just do a nice soft version of this football and be done with it.
Super Bowl of tattooing right here.
Y'all in the playoffs right now.
18 and down to 6?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long ride.
We're down to the last 6. Everyone's a tough competitor. I've really got to fight from here. Every football has lettering on it, and I'm going to include that in this design.
Whenever they talk about the Jags, people go, Duval.
Duval's the county in Florida where the Jacksonville Jaguars are located. This could give me a huge advantage in critique.
Just making sure everything is like super tight.
30 minutes remaining.
I definitely picked my canvas because she seemed like she had such a big personality, but I'm realizing I'm having some issues with her skin.
That's the bad part. I hate the shading.
My canvas's skin is starting to get really irritated and red. I'm having trouble getting this color to go in solid. I am screwed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time's up. Machine's down. No more ink.
Oh, that's dope.
I like it.
That looks great, man.
I know that my football has an advantage over every one of these other tattoos. I'm definitely going to win this Flash Challenge. Chris and Tyler are going down.
Artists, it is time to critique your work. First up is Chris, and their player is Keith Pough. How's it feel getting tattooed with this man standing right here?
This was the best day ever.
Have you had your signature tattooed before?
No, this is my first time.
Chris, being able to get that much texture throughout this with very little black, very sweet technical application.
The only part of the piece for me that's a little weird is the back white line. I feel like it just gets really, really thin in the view.
Chris's football just looks stumpy and squatty. Chris is no competition for me at all.
Cruzman, their player is Tony Jefferson. Big deal for you to be standing next to this gentleman?
Oh, it's huge. I'm trying not to freak out too much.
Tony, what are your thoughts here?
I like it. I think my signature tops all the rest of theirs, so.
I think it's a great choice to go black and gray based on the memorabilia standpoint. We all know that over time, some of the colors fade away. Black and gray is going to remain, and the placement of the signature sits nicely underneath. Looks great.
Duffy and her player was Darius Slay.
It looks very slick and it comes out very clear. Technical application has a softer touch, photorealistic kind of feel to it.
I like the light source on it. I love the way that the angle of the ball is placed. It looks like a nice collector's item. Congratulations.
Matt and Allen Robinson.
This tattoo came out very strong. The signature is very different. The word on the football emulating the brand name of the football, but being Duval County is really cool. Technically, very smooth.
Seeing that Duval look like a logo on the football makes me kick myself. Why didn't I think of that?
Tyler and David, their player is Khaseem.
I gotta say, this ball has the perfect shape. It's equidistant on both sides. Stripes line up perfectly. The stitching lines up perfectly. I think you did a great job, man.
Nice.
Craig and Aaron, and their player is Kamerion.
The problems I have with this tattoo are the huge area of black definitely gives it a cover-up feel. The shape of the ball is warped due to the contour of his leg. You definitely lost the symmetrical shape of the ball.
Craig does his own thing. Keeps doing weird-ass colors, and it's gonna bite him in the ass.
Today, you had to show perfect technical application by tattooing football superfans. Some of you fumbled. Chris.
Your back stripe didn't match the front stripe, and it gave the football definitely in the back a flattened look.
The view is foreshortened, therefore the back stripe would appear smaller.
That back stripe was the one part that let you down.
Craig.
Everybody in the room definitely saw the fact that that ball was a little deflated.
I like the tattoo.
Your shape was definitely off.
Some of you really tackled this challenge. The judges have decided the winner of today's Flash Challenge is Tyler.
Sweet.
I'm so pissed right now I could scream. I needed this, and now we're just gonna see Chris's skull pics one more time.
Tyler, the actual football itself was the closest shape to a football in the room.
Thank you.
You will receive an advantage in the next elimination tattoo.
Hell yeah, it's my second skull pick. I definitely needed to win these things, so I have an advantage and I keep myself in this.
Head back to the loft and prepare for the elimination tattoo. You must prove you can show flawless technical application by tattooing any design on any canvas.
What do you mean by that?
And your canvases are here to get exactly what they want.
Oh, they want.
And they might look familiar to you.
What?
Come on in, guys.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
Holy we're tattooing the football players. I've never tattooed a football player before.
Today, the power is in the hands of your canvases. Not only must you tattoo the design of your canvas's choice, your canvases will pick which artist they want to tattoo them. Tyler, you won the Flash Challenge, so you have the power to choose your own canvas, and you get to pick first.
Awesome. I definitely have an idea of the player that I want to go with.
Then, each canvas will pick their artist. You will have a 5-minute interview with each of the canvases.
I'm a great salesman, and convincing these NFL players that I'm the best tattooer in this competition is no problem.
Head to your shops for your interviews.
How you doing, Duffy?
How are you?
That's good.
Everything good?
Hell yeah, bro.
Today, these artists have to try to sell themselves not only to what their strengths are, but sell themselves away from their weaknesses if they're smart.
And switch it up.
You could do like a cross with rosary beads.
Yeah, so I like that.
I wanted the Detroit theme, like in the rips. Some buildings off of the skyline, the area code, the letters from my high school.
There are a ton of elements here.
I'm trying to think of a way to put these other objects in there without them like looking really randomly placed.
And on the ribs, no thanks.
This is what we're looking at. That's my son.
Cute little boy, man.
I was looking at probably around this area.
Not the best place to put a portrait.
Made up my mind. That's where I want it.
No way I'm doing this portrait on these ribs.
Switch.
But I know Chris is dumb enough to take it.
What's up, man?
So, boss, how you doing?
He can have it.
Like that way.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Portraits are definitely my thing.
Switch it.
I was thinking like a bird on the back.
And I do birds. I do animals
that
all the
is
time. So, I mean, that kind of stuff is definitely one of the things that I specialize in.
I want to get African tribal pieces.
Okay, tell me more.
I just want something that could fill up all this space in here.
He has no idea what he wants. He's gonna be a tough canvas for somebody, so I'm gonna nudge him to go see Craig.
Craig has been doing a lot of good stuff like that too, so.
And switch it up.
What up, man?
What's good?
I told him we got chemistry, man.
I wanted to do like a river flowing with African tribal symbols.
You definitely want a river incorporated with
If I could.
This guy has 5 different ideas. I do not want this canvas. I'll see you soon, man.
Oh, yes, sir.
Tyler, you won the Flash Challenge. You now have the power to choose your own canvas. Which canvas do you want to tattoo?
I gotta go with my boy Khaseem. He helped me out with the win. We got a connection already going, so I just gotta roll with that.
For the rest of the canvases, the power is in your hands. One by one, please choose a skull to determine the picking order.
3, 2, number 1.
5.
4. All right, Tony has picked number 1. Tony, go ahead and choose an artist.
The only canvas that I don't want is Tony Jefferson. The last thing you want to do is jack up a picture of an NFL player's baby. These dudes will crush you if you mess this up.
I'm gonna go with my boy Chris. I got my son that I want to get tatted on me and be the perfect guy for that.
That's what I want. This is my specialty. I can knock this one out of the park and win the whole challenge.
Cameron.
I'm gonna have to go with Matt.
Yeah, I love doing animals, especially birds.
Alan.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Duffy.
10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag definitely isn't my top choice.
Cruiseman.
Awesome.
Keith got number 5. You are with Craig.
This sucks. My canvas has a lot of ideas. We have a limited amount of time to finish his tattoo, so he needs to make a decision.
Remember, artists, after the elimination tattoo, the human canvas jury will vote on the tattoo that they think is the worst and put one artist up for elimination. You'll have 6 hours to tattoo your canvas with the design of his choice. Based on your work, one of you will close shop. Good luck. Artists, you have 6 hours to show technical application, and your time begins now.
Right. Rock and roll, baby.
Today, the artists are being tested on technical application. Basically, this is putting the ink exactly where it needs to be in the skin.
All right.
Ready?
Let's go, yep.
We're down to 6 people. 3 of them are going to the finale. This is everything for them.
How are we gonna make it look like it's razor edge, like it's cut into the skin?
Yeah. Kind of shadow it, like somebody punched it into your skin?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't think you can choose more symbols will still look good? I'm just asking the question.
I just want to keep it simple.
Sometimes simplicity is best.
It's always best, man.
Yeah, man, looks so good, bro.
I'm in first place in this competition, and Tony clearly could see that. He chose me to do the portrait of his newborn baby because he knows I'm the only artist here that can pull it off. I have this one in the bag.
You have 4 hours to go. 4 more hours.
I'm nervous for Tyler. He set himself up for failure on this one. I know I have some enemies in this house. I have to keep Tyler here. He's got to stay.
You think I should throw some weight on some of this stuff?
I'm contemplating mine myself.
Like the eye.
Anywhere it's wet.
Just a pop. This tattoo is right up my alley. My 2 passions are tattooing and animals. I do not have a high school diploma. I don't know anything else but tattooing. That's it. That's all I got. Everything's on the line right now. I can't up.
We're sitting like a champion, for sure. Darius and I decide to do a rose on the backside of his arm. He's just gonna let me do my thing. We make it nice and perfect. I'm gonna keep playing it safe. Obviously, it's got me this far, and I'm damn sure not gonna change that.
Come towards me a little bit more. Allen Robinson wanted everything that makes him think of Detroit in one tattoo. I talked him down to just getting the Detroit city skyline, a D for Detroit, and an area code. Even though I made this design a lot smaller, there's still a lot going on.
I know it probably sucks for the most part, but suck it up even if you are hurting.
He keeps jumping up and looking in the mirror every 5 minutes. Every time he jumps up, it slows me down. If this tattoo isn't finished, I could go home for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time's up. Machine's down. No more ink.
Hell yeah, dude. That's sick.
Oh yeah, that's tight. Check it out.
I know what you think.
Yeah, man, it's nice right here. Yeah, it's gonna look good on the field.
You like it?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Awesome. Cruzman just did a rose. He totally did him an injustice. He's tattooing an NFL player, and he's bitching out.
Cool, man.
Oh yeah.
So you like it?
All right now.
We're here to determine who has the worst tattoo of the day.
That's my tattoo, and that was the artist.
When you first look at it, you just see the wings. You gotta kind of find the legs of the bird.
Just grabbing the banner.
Some of the features could have been brought out a little bit better.
That's my tattoo, and Cruzman did it. I think he did a pretty good job on it.
I think you just could have had a little bit more creativity.
Yeah, I don't think that was challenging at all.
You want something that's gonna pop. You know, not something that you could just go get anywhere. He gotta come with a little bit more.
Right. This is my tattoo. It's done by Craig. I really like it because it looks like it's three-dimensional, like it's real deep.
To me, it kind of looked like brass knuckles or a spine with the vertebrae or something.
You're tripping.
Craig just looked like flubber.
That's clearly more detailed than the rose.
I feel like for his, you may be like, dang, what's that? As opposed to Cruz, like, that's just a flower. You feel me?
But my flower
It's just a flower, though.
That thing standing up more than that.
Today, you had to show flawless technical application by tattooing a pro football player. It's time to find out who the human canvas jury determined had the worst tattoo of the day. Cruzman, you're here because the human canvas jury determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day. Darius, why did the jury vote Cruzman to the bottom?
You know, everybody else had no bigger pieces, so everybody else was being kind of creative. We felt like my guy wasn't just challenged enough because, you know, it's just a rose. That's not a top 6 performance right there.
You feel that there wasn't a competitive spirit?
I felt like my guy was just being safe and just like, hey, I need to stay in this competition. And I think he felt like it was all about him, not me.
I just didn't want to slit my own throat. There's $100,000 on the line, and I didn't want to take that opportunity away from me, so.
Thanks, Darius.
All right, now.
Take care.
Yep.
Craig.
You can draw your ass off, and you know how to draw for a client. So you're gonna let this one slip away again?
The symbol was the main thing that he wanted, and technically he wanted stone chiseled into his arm.
It's a missed opportunity.
I just had a lot of difficulty. I mean, I almost couldn't have a tattoo to judge.
I get it, I get the frustration, but it's a missed opportunity.
Tyler.
This tattoo feels like you went in very confident, did something really big, and made some amateur mistakes. You lost the concept that today is technical application, and all this gray shading is just scribbled in.
I definitely don't tattoo dark skin really at all back home.
Regardless of the color skin, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to that drawing. And you strategically place the rips on the ears to create other ears to this animal.
I know I tattoo better than that, you know, like all the time. I want to win this.
Duffy.
Technically, you applied this thing really well, and at the same time, it's incredibly unreadable. Your numbers, your lettering, and your rip are the same.
There were some things that I had to change halfway through just because it was painful for him.
If this tattoo came out of my shop, I wouldn't be one bit bummed. It's what that guy wanted. I think it looks fine.
You can read that thing?
Yeah.
I get it's your homegirl, but it's not readable, man. You wouldn't do it that way. Listen, we gotta send somebody home today. And the gig is what's readable and what's not.
This is way more readable than the bear is. And you guys know it.
Tyler's drawing is the one that's unrecognizable. I don't know what animal Tyler tattooed.
Vote for Tyler.
The judges have decided, Tyler, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Today, we have a very special guest judge. Running back for the Carolina Panthers, DeAngelo Williams.
DeAngelo Williams, man, this is super exciting. This is awesome. I'm a huge football fan.
I got my first tattoo when I was 19. Every tattoo that I have represents something that's happened in my life.
Hey, guys. Hey, what's up?
As a guest judge, I'm looking for someone that can turn thoughts and moments into artwork that they can wear for a lifetime.
While DeAngelo is best known for his speed on the field, off the field, he fights tirelessly for a cause that has become personal for him and his family. What you may not know is that DeAngelo is largely credited for convincing the NFL to let all players wear pink during the month of October for breast cancer awareness.
That's awesome. My grandfather had 5 daughters. All 5 of those daughters died of breast cancer, including my mom. Wow. Breast cancer has affected me to my core. And I'll never forget the loss of family members but it also allowed me to use the platform that I have in the National Football League to bring awareness all over the country. Breast cancer picked a fight with a family that's willing to fight back.
For today's Flash Challenge, you must design a tattoo for DeAngelo in honor of his family. And here's the catch. DeAngelo wants his tattoo drawn directly on the skin without using a stencil.
Freehanding is the best way to get the placement perfect with your canvas. That way you'll flow with the body and it'll look as natural as possible.
And your time starts now.
Today, I want the artist to draw directly on me because I'll know that the piece is just for me. It take a real artist to just say, hey, I don't need a stencil. I'm just gonna go with my vision of your story and give you something.
Well, guys.
What's going on, man?
So, just giving you a background, my mom died on the 16th of May. She was definitely a warrior for this disease and a fighter. I kind of want something that entails that story.
Did you have any vision in your head? At least we have a direction to go off of?
I'm looking for something unique. When I see it. That's what I came here for.
Well, thanks for making it easy on us.
DeAngelo is being very vague right now, but sometimes people don't come to you with an exact idea of what they want. And you know what? It's my job as an artist to lead them down a path that's gonna give them a great tattoo.
You make it from your heart. It'll translate over to mine.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Aaron, nice to meet you. I'm gonna keep this simple, readable, and super easy to understand.
What we got going on today?
A simplistic flower design. Thinking of the rose kind of like a few petals have fallen off, but the flower's still alive and strong.
Damn, man, that's so Aaron's doing another rose yet again. I don't know where he thinks that he can do good roses because he gets ripped apart each rose that he does.
I adapt to any situation. I get that every challenge is not my forte, but I'm still good at it.
This freehand challenge is gonna separate the men from the boys. Some of these guys couldn't draw to save their lives.
He's gonna come over and he'll be like, oh, that's awesome.
Nothing can stop me. I'm taking this to the end.
You have 45 minutes.
You could do so much more than just write somebody's name. You could do something that's symbolic.
I have to make this design flow perfectly on DeAngelo's body because if I don't, I'm not going to be tattooing today. I need to win this Flash Challenge because there's only 7 of us left, and whatever advantage I can gain, I want. The koi fish swims upstream against current. It's one of the most powerful symbols in Japanese tattooing.
I always thought wings are strong, and then like he's the strength of the family, so I think that's a pretty cool idea. Last week I was in the bottom in this competition. I'm going big and bold because I know I need to get back in this game.
15 minutes remain.
Are you sweating on your canvas?
Yeah, try not to. That's rude and disgusting.
I'm dripping right on them. Drawing directly on my canvas in this kind of heat just makes me feel at home. For me, it's just another day at the beach. He has this kind of Polynesian tribal on that arm, so it's important to work with stuff that you already have to make it all flow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Hey man, if you have one good strong wing, that's all you need, right?
We sat there for an hour, and Jason came up with a wing. What the hell does a wing have to do with cancer ribbon and his family struggle? Nothing.
Don.
You said your family was fighters, so I put boxing gloves. I put Thrive down the back of his arm.
I think the boxing gloves may not appeal to you, DeAngelo. You're not a boxer.
Yeah. The Thrive, I think, was a little bit aggressive. It's kind of big.
The placement on this is just very stiff.
Eric.
I'm known for my Japanese artwork, so I figured to do something a little bit more symbolic.
I don't know much about the Japanese art. Where I'm from, they'd probably think it was a catfish.
Appealing to this client, he has a specific direction, and in order to win over his sensibilities, you would have to draw towards that.
Mark.
This is your strength, the spear. This makes up the shape of a cancer ribbon. Your thatch work represent taking care of your family and protecting your family.
I really appreciate the fact that you put everything that I said into your art.
I think working with the shape of the arm here shows that you really put a lot of thought into the placement of this tattoo. I think it's pretty nice.
Chris.
It's plain. It doesn't have that wow factor. I think you went safe as opposed to going for it all.
It's very stiff and stagnant. You heard it from the client himself.
Chris did a cancer ribbon with wings. It doesn't get any more generic than that. When there's a big challenge in front of him, Chris seems to just give up.
Clean.
I like the way this design is placed because the focal point is up and outward, and that's the first rule. And where are you going to put something on the body?
I like the concept behind it. You encompassed everything that I said.
Aaron.
I just wanted to do a really nice, clean, strong, powerful rose.
This being a placement challenge, I feel like you didn't really do anything dynamic to work with the shape of the body. It's kind of just a standalone sticker right there on the top of the arm.
You played it real safe and generic.
Jason.
The best statements are made with simplicity.
But it doesn't necessarily fit the story that I talked about. I feel like with an hour and what you guys heard from me should have helped you guys just go all or nothing.
He's looking for that wow factor. There is a lot of missed opportunities to really show off.
Today we're testing placement with free-handed tattoos. Is there anybody as an artist that spoke to you?
Possibly Clean. I kind of liked his concept.
From a distance, it's strong, it's a legible design, it's kind of a representation of different things you could do to fill up the arm.
The only problem is I feel like everybody that ever lost anybody has that tattoo, and it doesn't belong to me. As opposed to Mark, I like the thought that he put into it and the fact that he took some of the ideas from the one sleeve that I have here and put it into his ideas.
I think his wow factor to you was, hey man, I'm hanging on every word you say. I can make all this happen. As far as placement goes, Mark did the swirl on the elbow. He used the bicep. He used this space of the arm to actually show a nice curve.
I think the two of them are contenders. Do we have a decision?
Yeah, we have a decision.
Let's let them know. Today, you had to freehand a tattoo design in honor of DeAngelo's family on a body double.
I'm one of those few clients that walk in and sit down and say, hey man, I want a tattoo and I don't know what I want. There were a couple of people that stood out.
Have you decided that there's an artist that you would like to collaborate with?
I have. I'm gonna choose Clean.
Clean, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
So let's sit down and talk.
All right, no pressure, right?
If I don't tattoo DeAngelo Williams right now, I'm gonna be pissed. I need to win this flash challenge to get the next skull pick. What's one main image that you really want to see?
It doesn't necessarily have to be pictures, or it doesn't necessarily have to be words. I'm leaning more towards artwork.
I'm feeling so stressed out right now. I'm gonna draw directly on the skin to give DeAngelo some ideas, but honestly, he's not giving me nothing. All right, man, that's it. What do you think?
You know, I'm gonna have to say, let's do it.
Awesome. Right on,
the
man.
Flash challenge, man. Thanks.
That's what I want to hear, man.
I really appreciate you taking everything that I said in consideration and putting it into this tattoo.
Yeah,
you know, you see love, you see hope, you see the breast cancer ribbon. You've honored my family with the olive leaves. It's perfect, man.
Awesome.
Guess I'll put in the pain.
Here we go.
Guess it's official now.
After throwing out so many ideas, it's so gratifying that he is finally gonna get a tattoo that really honored his mom and family.
I really love this particular tattoo. It represents everything that I want my tattoo to say about me and what I've gone through in my life. It's beautiful. I'll never forget this, and I'm gonna continue fighting this disease for the rest of my life.
Thank you, man. Thank you.